Happy Halloween.
Hello everybody and welcome to this amazing game of Artemis versus Apollo. I know a lot of you have been getting sick of Artemis, but she just got a major buff, so I'm going to be taking this buff to Joust to see if I notice a difference. And quite a good chance that I may not notice a difference, but let's give it a shot. So we're against Apollo, which means we just got to be very careful. He's got a good dash and a good chase. Being that he can globally ult to get to me, but I was actually hoping I'd fight a Kronos, not gonna lie. And the reason for Kronos is because I wanted to see if I can FireMarshal a Kronos, but my opponent did not pick Kronos, even though he was open. So I could have gotten Kronos, and this could have gotten hairy real quick for whoever did not go Kronos. We both didn't go Kronos, so that's kind of new and interesting. So I thought I'd do that. Also, I know a lot of people have been asking me for the Soma game. I've been too tired and streaming. I'm scared. Tired, streaming, and scared. That's all a thing right there. And it's by far like the spookiest thing ever. Ow. Well, we got hurt pretty bad. So we are going to let us heal up. And he'll take some damage there too. So the ult really won't mean anything. We're going to place a trap right there, because I felt he was going to dash through that. Because a lot of Apollos do when they get this aggressive. They think they're that in a bag of chips, so, you know, let it happen. Let it be a thing. I'm just going to keep poking him out. Any chance I get, we're going to keep healing. Man, that's a rough start for me. So he's going to waste his passive on me when he can. Oh, that actually still hit me. So he is pretty hurt, like, that's the thing. So the thing is, if he comes at me, I can win the fight. If I'm not mistaken, he might be going for his purple buff. Well, and if he is, I'll take the red. I didn't see him come to lane. He can ult to me. I mean, that's a possibility. But I'm going to take the other red, because red is a very important buff to have. Even if I can't hold it, it's just important to get the experience from it. Oh, he took purple for that? Wow. Okay. Well, I already know what's over there, so no real need, and I can actually take red. Wow, that's rare. It's very rare that I even get the red, but I'll take it. So what I'm actually going to need instead of what I usually go, we're going to try to get some attack speed. I'm going to try FireMarshal with attack speed instead of power, because usually I go for objectives, but I'm thinking that I'm starting to appreciate the attack speed boots a little more than I used to, being it was just a simple 15% attack speed, but sometimes on certain gods it actually really does help out, so I'm gonna go with that. The 20 power not so much, because it's usually for the skill base, so being I can go attack speed, we can make it happen, but you could still make power work. Alright, so he's got a passive. I don't want to get hit, but I can hit him and crit him instead. And that's really what I want. So what we want to do is pressure him down. And oh, you tell him, Artemis. So one thing that kind of sucks for Apollo is that Artemis does counter him. Being that he can ult to avoid my stun, I can just deal so much damage from Tusky that, you know, while he's ulting, I can most likely get a kill. Plus, I have passive crits, and he's actually going power, which I am going power too, but I'm also faster than him because I have boots. I'm also red buffs are about to come back, so I need to make sure I'm there for his red. If anything, he might have taken left red. Or not taken, but checked for it. I have no idea where he's at. There he is. Alright, we're gonna go up there and poke him a couple times. Now I can slow him, and I am faster. He doesn't have boots, so going Transcendence first was a bit costly for him. But I do have boots. I'm gonna be incredibly faster. And we need to make sure we clear this lane. I want him to ult into lane, essentially, so he doesn't ult me at red. Tried to make sure that he had no vision of me, and I do have my ult ready. So we'll go ahead and start taking this. This is by far the most valuable buff to take away from Apollo. So very shocked he's not like ulting over here or anything. But we got Transcendence, so I've got quite a bit of power here. And then we're getting a good amount of attack speed from Vengeful Assault, which had its mana decreased. Your middle tower is under attack. Oh no, brother. No, I messed up. I messed up bad. I've got a lot better range poke than you. Oh, I can't believe Tusky, you messed that up for me, buddy. You messed that up for me. Screwed the pooch, Tusks. You screwed the pooch. Dr. Dank memes, that was a bad idea coming to lane. Artemis has some really good range game, and you don't want to go ranged against her. Because Artemis, this volley shot is pretty far. It's further than a basic, so and it's kind of extended since it shoots further than a basic normally, and then of course the area radius extends it even further. So you just need to be very careful of that, and it is also a slow. So like just being able to do that. So far he has yet to catch me in anything. Oh shit, I'm taking too much damage. Need to get out of that. There's another good half of his remaining life. I haven't seen him ult once, so this is interesting. He could catch me at red though. If he ults me at red, I'm dead. Because I have so little life. But I doubt it. Like, people don't normally get that aggressive. Oh my god. The word normally came to mind. Whew. So, remember when I said that counters Apollo? The reason she does is not only, even if he beats out of Tusky, he's got to, oh wait, he can't even fly over here, he just wastes his ult. That's free tower. That's free tower. Yeah, you always want to make sure to take tower for the extra gold if you can take it. But anyways, Tusky works as an object to block basics, so if you run around it, your basics go through Tusks, and he can't. So it gives you that advantage. And then we're going to go for Titans, because we actually really want the objective pen. We might go for a Winged Blade. And being he tried to mez me during Tusky was a bit risky for him, because I see what he was going for. He was trying to hold me down, but being that I had Tusky... Oh, that's not good. Let's just try to catch up here, get a shot on his butt. There we go. I'm freaking lagging a little bit here. I'm like kind of going in and out, and I don't. Did I give him the kill? No, I died to Phoenix. But I was kind of like going in and out there. I don't know if it's the frame rates from recording. I'm going to be getting a new recording program to replace this shitty one that I have, and I am going to swear to high hell nobody get the one I have, and I will go over that at a later date. But this recording program is so bad for its price too. I paid a lot of money for it. More than I really should have. There are a lot of free programs that do better than it. The only thing I think it could honestly boast was like easy to use, and it kind of was, but it didn't work all the time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep him at bay. Damn, that didn't even look like it hit me at all, and I still took all that damage for it. Am I lagging, or is it? It's probably frame rate issues. I'm usually used to running at like 100 frames per second for this game. Oh well. I mean, I'll be absolutely fine. Alright, so we're gonna keep out. Just deal what damage I can. And then back off. Alright, so being that he left, I'm gonna take it. I'll die for it, but I'm gonna take it.
That's how it's done.
Here comes the ult.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy Phoenix.
And he got caught by the root. You gotta be really careful when chasing Artemis. If you're gonna dash at her, cannot dash to the root. It will catch you and stop you. Alright, so I don't even think I need full that. We'll just go more movement speed for now. Oh, he went Soul Eater. This is a typical Hunter build. I don't think that's gonna work against FireMarshal Artemis, especially since this stuff isn't costing nearly as much mana as it used to. Plus, I highly believe Artemis to be an Apollo counter. It's just very rare to find an Apollo out in the open. Damn, he's quick. He's quick. Slowed that ass though. Alright, what we're gonna do is slow him. He's going around. As long as he stays in range of that, he's actually still taking damage, even with lifesteal. It's probably... Holy dick, that hurt. Okay, look. Let's talk about it. You wanna dash at me? He's gonna use the ability through the wall. I can't be risking that. Can't be risking that. Let's go ahead and grab something to lifesteal with. And go ahead and pick that up. So this gives him kind of more health for me to have to work around, which sucks. It always sucks. But definitely able to work around it. My build is pretty much glass cannon, so I can't sit there and fight Apollo. He will always beat me. It's gonna happen. That's what this build's for. It's not to win the fight. It's to win the objectives, and that's how I took his Phoenix so fast. He's also got tier 1 beads. Ow. There we go, and that's game. As much as Shield the Underworld would work, getting caught by everything else while having to work with Shield the Underworld was... Oh damn, 200 shot, that's not bad. But anyways, I feel that Artemis buff has made FireMarshal that much stronger. But I will be playing the Requested God in the next video coming up. I just wanted to take the time to be able to play Artemis in with the new buff that came up. Thank you everybody for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, good game. Hello everybody, welcome to the end screen where we talk about builds and how they work. Of course, FireMarshal, you guys know this by now. Like I said, the real reason I wanted to play Artemis in this one was because she did get a buff, and I really wanted to see what the buff was all about. I know a lot of people are going to question the assist here on Apollo. It's because I died to Phoenix without him touching me, and as long as he was in the general vicinity, he gets an assist for that. I don't know if it gives the gold or anything, but that's how you get an assist in 1v1. So his build was a Transcendent start, but he had a starter item. I didn't pay attention to what his start build was. Oh, it was Power Potion, so he had to have had a Blue Stone or a Death Toll, and he must have sold it early in order to get his Transcendence online. But the thing is, when you go Transcendence, it's such an expensive early item that you do need to rush it first. It has to be the item you go instead of the Power Potion. Hence why, with Throwing Dagger, I always rush this item for its uses as the starter item and then finish it later, because it's just not that great of an item, but it still serves as one of the vital items of the FireMarshal build, so we always keep the tier 2. It's just, from tier 2 to tier 3, you're better off getting everything else first. But with Transcendence, you definitely want to rush that over the starter Power Potion start, especially since he died. It threw him heavily behind on that first blood. Then coming up to Boots, he went with the power. He was going pretty power heavy, and then he went double lifesteal with a little bit of pen and health. being this is Joust, like these kind of gimmicky builds, and I call his gimmicky because it has a lot of lifesteal, and that's the gimmick, is a lot of lifesteal. It doesn't work so well because had I gotten a beat stick, these two items become nearly useless. This one just is here for health and attack speed, and then this one's just good for attack speed and a little bit of pen. But realistically, if you don't have defense for this, you're gonna get thrashed if you get hit with a couple of crits. But if you guys noticed, he, even with a 3-level difference with me in the lead, had he landed any attacks, I was actually pretty boned. He did hurt me, he just didn't have the ability to survive. Having as much lifesteal as you can have only helps you so much. It's a percentage of the damage you deal, and if you're not dealing any damage by landing any of those basic attacks, it's no good. The active he picked up for beads was pretty good and almost got him out of my Tusky, but it also cost him his life when he got aggressive, because Tusky still deals damage whether you beads it or not. I had somebody come to me and tell me that beads was perfect for Poseidonal, and to be honest, again, it's really situational, and I heavily disagree with you. Sure, you avoid the control, but you do not avoid the damage, and you cannot ignore the damage of an ultimate from anybody, except for Robin. Robin's ultimate is absolute shit. You can let it hit you, it probably won't kill you. It's that bad. But the point is, beads is fantastic to get out of the control, and that's great. But having both beads and shield the underworld, you have no other escape from slows. You have damage reflection, and I can choose to stop fighting you. Especially since Shield the Underworld got a visual update, it's a lot easier to tell when somebody activates it. So there's no more hiding it within Nemesis' own shield, even though sometimes you could tell just, it wasn't always visible, and you would think, oh, that's just her shield, I'll crowd control it off her, and next thing you know, it's not fading, and it's really Shield of the Underworld, which I think is a great change that they made. But definitely your actives are very important, though I was not going Frostbound Hammer. It's either beads or Shield the Underworld. I would not recommend not picking up Sprint or, some sort of mobility active, because that's pretty important. In the early game, he could have gotten an early first blood the way he was dashing through the minions, but he did hit the trap, which saved my life. Because if you dash through minions, it builds Apollo's passive for Audacity, which allows you to attack 100% faster when you have it at max stacks. So just things like that are very important to understand. But as far as Apollo was concerned, his build had a lot of healing and a bit of defense and a lot of power. Just it wasn't... it doesn't fit Apollo well to fight in Artemis, because Artemis, again, has built-in crits, and crits are the most powerful form of damage in this game. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, good game.